If your Scrum Master is just running meetings, you don't have a Scrum Master. You have a meeting coordinator with a certification. And I know that's a harsh thing to say, but after working with dozens of teams across companies of every size, I've seen the same pattern over and over again. Teams think they're doing Scrum, they have the titles, they have the ceremonies, they have the post-it notes, but they're stuck and nobody can explain why. This video is about why. The Scrum Master is one of the most misunderstood roles in Agile. Companies hire for it, teams depend on it, and yet most people, including the Scrum Masters themselves, can't clearly articulate what the job actually is. Here's the real definition. A Scrum Master is a servant leader whose job is to remove impediments, protect the team's focus, and coach the organization toward better ways of working. That is not the same as scheduling stand-ups. The first sign you have a bad Scrum Master: they run the ceremonies perfectly, and nothing ever changes. Every retrospective ends with a list of action items. And next retrospective, new list, same problems. Nobody ever asks, why is the same impediment showing up for the third sprint in a row? A good Scrum Master treats the retro like a detective treats a crime scene. They notice patterns, they escalate, they push back on leadership when systemic issues need systemic fixes. A bad Scrum Master treats it like a therapy session. Everyone vents, everyone feels heard, and nothing gets resolved. The tell is simple. Ask the team to name one real impediment that was permanently removed in the last quarter. If they can't answer that, or if the answers are trivial, you have a facilitator, not a Scrum Master. The second sign is sneakier because it looks like the Scrum Master is doing their job. Bad Scrum Masters overprotect the team. A stakeholder wants to join a stand-up, blocked. A product owner wants to clarify a ticket mid-sprint, not allowed. Any outside contact gets filtered through the Scrum Master, who becomes a bottleneck disguised as a shield. Servant leadership means protecting the team from interruptions that break focus. It does not mean wrapping the team in bubble wrap and cutting off every uncomfortable conversation. Real dysfunction gets shielded too. The developer who misses every sprint commitment, protected. The team that keeps underestimating, never challenged. The product owner who rewrites acceptance criteria after demos. That's just how things work here. A good Scrum Master makes the team slightly uncomfortable on purpose because growth requires friction. They surface the hard conversations, not suppress them. If your Scrum Master is keeping the peace at the expense of progress, that's not servant leadership, that's avoidance. The third sign, the Scrum Master becomes indispensable, and that's the problem. A bad Scrum Master builds a dependency. They own the board, they write the sprint summaries, they decide when something is done enough to demo. Slowly, without anyone noticing, the team stops thinking for itself and starts waiting for the Scrum Master to tell them what to do next. The goal of a great Scrum Master is to make themselves unnecessary. They coach the team to self-organize. They teach the product owner to write better stories. They work to eliminate their own role as a middleman, because a high-performing team shouldn't need a traffic controller. If your Scrum Master has been with a team for 2 years and the team is more dependent on them than ever, that is a failure of coaching. The measure of a Scrum Master isn't how much they do, it's how much the team can do without them. So, what does a good Scrum Master actually look like? They're uncomfortable to have around, in the best way. They ask questions leadership doesn't want to answer. They push the team to hold itself accountable. They track impediment resolution like a project manager tracks milestones. You'll know you have a good one when the team's velocity becomes predictable, retrospective action items actually get closed, and the Scrum Master spends more time coaching than administering. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most organizations don't actually want a real Scrum Master. They want compliance, not challenge. And so they get ceremony without outcome. If you want to know whether your Scrum Master is the real deal, I've put together a free checklist, 12 signs of a high-performing Scrum Master, linked in the description. Run through it. Be honest. The answers will tell you everything.